Hey everyone, welcome to today's special vlog on Assam Book Fair 2022-23. We just started from 29th December and it's continuing till 9th of Jan, and we are here to cover it all for you. So the big question that we are going to address today in this video is where there comics. You know for sure there are a lot of books, and there were indeed a lot of books, both English and regional books. But let's go find some comics. That's what we are here for. And we did find them, luckily, much better than last year's book fair. And there were a lot of mangas again. I think mangas is really catching steam all across India. So no surprises there. But I did find a bit of DC, Marvel and some interesting Raj comics to boot. Unfortunately, unlike last time, there were no English ones. These are all the Hindi ones, and I'm not too familiar with Raj Comics, so you guys can take a look and see if there is something special here. But these were all the mainstream Doga, Nagraj and the likes, all in Hindi. The Raj Comics, as you guys can see, I'm just taking you through some of them. There were stacks and stacks of them in a particular shop. So it's good to see Raj Comics here as well after the Comic Con. And of course, the mangas filled all the shelves. There was Naruto, there was Dragon Ball, and there was Death Note, and there was bunch of others. The only one I really know about is Dragon Ball, because I used to see it from childhood, and I really loved this colored edition of the Dragon Ball, which covers all the arcs. It's great to see all the old characters like Frieza and Goku and Gohan and the bunch of them. So it was like watching the cartoon all over again. So I'm bound to pick them up sometime soon. And then of course there were a lot of other mangas, like I mentioned earlier, and there were a lot of other books, right? Amar Chitra Kathas, Archies, children's books, and a bunch of others. So it's a great place to come as a family, because you never know what each of you may want to like and pick up. But yeah, and again, it's great to see a big hoarding of the manga characters right in front of a shop. That always gives you the positive vibes. And I did manage to find some DC Marvel, although not too many. Some Batman and Animal Man here in one shop, which were like a second-hand condition, although I didn't pick them up. But I went deeper into some of the bigger shops and found some cool Marvel stuff, right? And there was Amazing Spider-Man, Batman Beyond, Batman and the Signal, all the new graphic novels. That's an Alex Ross cover, by the way. And a lot of Marvel stuff, the Silk, Spider-Gwen, movie preludes, the Superior Spider-Man arc, and all of this were on show. The Detective Comics. I found more of Marvel than DC in this stash. I'm not too much of a Marvel fan, so I didn't really pick them up, and obviously these were at MRP price, so I don't think it's a right place to pick this for MRP unless there is some good discounts. But I wanted to show you guys that these were still available. So in case you head out and go there and you want to pick up some comics, yes, they did bring some in this time, compared to last time when it was virtually zero, right? And the good part is many of these comics were the recent ones that has come out, not very old ones. So in case you are following the current ongoing things with the Marvel universe, you will be able to pick them up. And obviously it was almost everything was Spider-Man. It looks like it was like a spider stash of sorts, including the movie preludes and the Renew Your Hopes, that I have a single issue of those, and a bunch of other comics, right? So that's the best part of this book fair, that I found that there was a good combination of comics along with other mainstream books that was on display. And obviously you can see now we go into some of the duplicate ones, so let's just avoid it. And outside of this, there were also a lot of regional stuff, as you guys can see, and lot of book publications, book launches. Yep, there were some mega books. This is like mostly published outside of DC and Marvel, Titan books and sorts. And yeah, now I'm going to just leave you to it and just enjoy what else was in store. because I have no clue on many of the other books which are here on display. And there were some cool artworks, by the way, which is always really welcoming sight. You typically don't find that in book fairs. Some folks had come in with some great artworks, and I did manage to also find some of the big publication houses here. The Penguin House was there. Other than the Macmillan and all those, Scholastic was there. So it's good to see some big publication houses also putting up some stores there. And of course, we found some great artwork as well. Right, so this was some stuff from the Ellora shop, they called themselves as, and found some really cool paintings and stuff, right? So it was an amalgamation of different stuff, not just a mainstream books only kind of fair. So really heartening to see that. I think it's really picking up after the COVID era of sorts. And yep, this were also something people were flocking in and picking up. It was more like a flea market kind of mela. And of course there was some, this is another comic which was getting launched by The Poacher. And what we'll do now, we'll just do some window shopping, and then we will go into one of the stores, and which is for Amar Chitra Katha. And it was very interesting to see that they had these tinkles published in Assamese. These were the tinkles number 1 and number 2 reprints from the original English one, so I picked those up. And obviously they had a lot of other, the normal stuff that you find online. Amar Chitra Katha always has a wide selection, no question about that. They're one of the longest existing publisher with such an exhaustive selection in India. I don't think anybody could beat their catalog size today. So it's heartening to see them put up a stall and showcase what their catalog has to offer. And now from here we go on to some other interesting stuff. I found some He-Man, Master of the Universe, and some Superman books. Not too many, but these were odd ones lying around. Not too many people who had come here were comic enthusiasts, so I think these were hidden in somewhere in the stash, and I just found them up just for our display. Found some interesting coloring books which was published, I think I forgot, it was by Dreamland, yeah. Very interesting ones. I've seen this come up in some of the comic groups, and it had some great artwork, by the way. So was surprising to see that this were also there on and around. I picked one of them just for the artwork piece, because the sketches really stood out for me, but nothing much other than that. So we'll let you just enjoy this, and then we move into the closing shots of this vlog. Yeah, again, Woodpecker was another shop who had a bunch of manga and stuff, and some Tintins, and obviously Tintin was everywhere, right? Tintin was something which was featured in almost every other shop, and it's kind of very interesting that there was some Nante. I'm not too well versed about them, and of course mangas and stuff, right? So with that, we will start closing down on this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed what you have seen in this, and if you are still wanting to go, it's still open till few more days, and every year it opens up right around the end of December and or to the first week of Jan. So it's a great time to visit, have a fun time, do some hunting, find some rare comics, and obviously some regional comics, and enjoy the book launches and the cultural events that was there to boot. So yep, that's mostly from me in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do consider liking and subscribing to me, because we have lot of other interesting stuff to showcase you guys, and your support will go a long way in growing this channel, so that we could bring more and more such interesting stuff for you in days to come. With that, we are signing off. Bye bye, and see you soon.